Voice17104.com. This is Zanetta Wingfield, and you're listening to The Voice 17104.com. The Voice 17104.com.
Good afternoon. Excuse me. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Ellis Rick Roy. We're back here at Rick's Place. We'll be keeping it straight and talking to you about a few things. I'll be here with Pastor Chris Thomas.
Yes, man. Welcome back, sir.
Amen, Pastor. Amen. And here at the Voice 17104. We want you to have the identification, the main case. You want to tune in to a variety of shows here, with some amazing people, so and from all walks of life. And so you should tune in. The voice is rather remarkable in their delivery, of information, news, and other things you should know. Topic of the show today is We the People. And this is dedicated to one of the finest pastors I know, Pastor Anthony Lewis. And I caught this brother, and I have to be honest about this. I caught this brother one night by accident. I was surfing on the Voice, seeing what previous shows there was that I missed, and his show was on. I said, "Oh wow!" I said, "Wait a minute, We the People," and I caught his voice because I guess I caught it at the time that it was a live show, and I heard this brother say, "We the People."
Yes, sir.
Man, I started listening to it. And I'll tell you right now, it was profound. This brother speaks from the heart, but he's speaking directly to you. He's not a traditional preacher. He'll use the Bible where it applies to the subject that he's on. But it's not verse after verse after verse. It's not that type of situation. You know what I mean? And as I began to listen to the brother, he applies the subject matter to you. And it's all about calling you out, not attacking you, not going after you for one thing or another. That's not Pastor Lewis's concern. His concern is, what are you doing? And like I said, it doesn't matter what subject matter, be it politics, be it personal, be it family, what are you doing to improve this situation? And he want to know, because he'll ask you. I know his answer because I was a guest on this show, and he asked me. He said, I heard this young brother. I want to bring this young brother on my show. Young brother. I'm 71 years old. But he said, I want to bring him on my show. And he did. And we had a wonderful time. And he questioned me about my responsibilities, not only to the community, but my responsibilities to myself and others. I was pressed with the brother ever since. I heard his yell. We the people. What are we doing? Are we sitting around just attacking each other? Is that all you're doing? And what is that worth? Because it's usually about something that happened at some other time, someplace else. What are you doing to preserve the integrity and to improve the quality of life for the people today? That was Brother Anthony Lewis's message. That's my message. What are you doing? Are you putting yourself on the line? Or are you putting somebody else's self on the line? What do you stand in support of? You made it clear what you don't stand in support of. Well, what do you stand in support of? This is what the people want to know. And then the people want to know where you've been. While others was on the line, while others were trying to improve the quality of life of others, themselves and others, while others was out there participating in the strikes or participating in the marches. But where were you? But now all of a sudden, you're the leader of the community. And no one knows you. These are the things Pastor Lewis is talking. You're quick to be about yourself, quick to praise yourself, and want praise for yourself from others. But what have you done for yourself or others? Think about that. We, the people, meaning no matter what it is, you can't do it by yourself. You need the people. And the people has to see honesty and integrity in you. And when you set yourself up as an example, you better be an example of those things. Honesty, integrity, you know what I mean? Of moral character. This is what the people are looking at when you talking about. We should do this and we should do that. But what are you doing? Question, and it's a question that people go ask. If you're unwilling to put yourself on the line, then why should they? Excuse me. Why should they? What is the rheumatiz of your work? You begin to look around and ask this person, ask you, what they ever do? And if people get a blank look on their face, well, you don't want them to have any blank looks because that means you've done nothing. Because they would readily know your name. We, the people. And the people will question you. Well, we done heard you say this. We done heard you say that. What have you done? Don't all the time be sitting around complaining. I had an old supervisor one time. I'll never forget it. I was in his office, you know, complaining about this and complaining about that. And he said, okay, Ann. Well, Sarge, I'm trying to tell you, but yeah, well, you told me, Ann. So Rick, let me tell you something. And we're not gonna have this conversation again. Let the lesson be learned. Don't come in my office complaining about a situation that you don't have a solution for. I want you to always remember. Next time you come to that door, have a solution to the problem you get ready to give me. Because see, it is my job to give you work. Don't come in here trying to give me work. I stopped and thought about that thing. And he's absolutely right. And that never happened again. When I walked in that office, I had a solution to the problem I'm getting ready to complain about. And I gave him the solution first. And he started smiling. Yeah, he said, well, go do it. Sounds good to me. Well, it sounds the same way to the people. Don't be on there complaining and name calling and they didn't do. Have a solution to the problem. If there is a problem, these are procedural activities that people go through every day, especially here in America. You black and brown, you going through the procedure. Sometimes the procedure works for you, sometimes it doesn't. But make sure that it is to the benefit of all, whether you agree or disagree, that it is to the benefit of all, we the people. Now, we can talk about things that happened 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 400 years ago. Knowledge is a wonderful thing. But there's procedural developments to correct or attempt to correct the wrongs that were done. But that takes the people. That's why Brother Malcolm X, Brother Martin Luther King Jr., Brother Stokely Carmichael, H. Rap Brown, you know what I mean? And all the others, Huey Newton, Bobby Seton, appeal to who? The people. And they had a plan. Please don't jump out there with no plan, because then the people are going to think you're a buffoon. And they're going to want to know, what have you done, as Pastor Anthony Lewis said. And they look right at you. And they begin to talk about you. And they're not talking nonsense. They're not talking about foolishness. He's talking about you, the person. What have you done for we the people? What I told you when I paused, I want you to think. We the people. It's a powerful thing, folks. And when you want to set yourself up as the Pied Piper, make sure you have a criteria in hand. People are going to want to know that. Okay, what is your stance? What has been your stance? And we understand people evolve. But you can't evolve from nothing. You've had to been there, done that, been on the line. People know what has been there, done that, because it's documented. Mine's is well documented. We, the people. We want to preserve the integrity of the neighborhood, the community, the city, and the state. Be known as someone that is willing to improve those things. Be known as a person that will put themselves out there to improve these things. We, the people, will then recognize you as somebody with honesty, integrity, moral character. Don't jump out there and be one of them old country type style pictures years ago that running for office, you know, okay, whether they black, white, blue, green, or yellow. They vote for me and I'll set you free. You know he won't. No, he won't. That was a gimmick. That was a line. They got to lie about vote for me and I'll put a chicken in every pot. He don't even own a farm. We don't own a farm with one chicken on it. Lies and hypocrisy. The truth always shines and would bear itself out against any lie. We the people follow those that are righteous. Brother Anthony Lewis bring out every time. Follow those that are righteous, and the unrighteous, let them pass by like a ship in the night. They don't mean themselves any good, nor you. Excuse me again, folks. Then what a little irritant here, but this too shall pass. Appreciate being here with you today. Thought I had to share that thought with you. You know? See you next week. He was just on my mind today, Pastor.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I said,